Thank you. Okay. Thanks. That's
I feel like I'm at a Knights game.
Yes. That's awesome.
That's
Thank
right.
You for that. This is, and welcome to it, due to underwhelming demand, the podcast brought to you by the way, we have a brand new sponsor.
I know.
Yes, we do. It's FORE Oxford. FORE, by the way, FORE.
Yeah.
Exclamation mark.
Yes, that's
like
right.
FORE.
Oxford.
Dave knows that word all too well, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I do know it too well. It's Woodstock's premier indoor golf and clubhouse. We're going to talk about them more a little later in the podcast. And by the way,
and we have a promo code for you to go to FORE.
Okay.
Which we will tell you about soon. Yeah.
Promo code coming up.
Mhm.
By the way, this is the podcast that makes a lot more sense when you're high.
Does it? I haven't tried that.
Good day for that today, too.
Maybe we should be high while doing it.
You mean last Thursday
Would
was
that-
a good day for
Yeah,
it?
that's right, Forman. when maybe
420? Okay.
Perhaps we were recording this.
Release day isn't live on the radio
Oh,
anymore.
I know.
I'm not live on
It's
the radio.
easier for us, though.
It's not, yeah. Anyway, welcome to the podcast. We're Dave, Rachel, and Forman. At the risk of beating a dead horse, and I wouldn't do that. I know you would, Forman, but I wouldn't beat.
Right.
I wouldn't beat a dead horse.
He would totally.
I'm not for animal abuse, that's for sure.
I
Okay,
know
yeah.
you are.
Just
But I
maybe
am-
one horse in particular.
Yeah, but I will glare
Right.
at one.
I'm not
Cleric's
for
okay.
animal abuse.
Cleric's okay.
As in who is, yeah.
Cleric's okay. Yeah, that's right. Who is? Anyway, they're digging up my lawn again.
Oh, boy. They haven't
key-
stopped yet?
The key word being again.
Yes.
What?
Again.
How many times
Again.
have they been to your house now?
I don't know. This week they came. I went out. I backed out of my driveway, and there's some guy up to his neck in my lawn again.
Oh,
and I'm
my
like,
God. Wow,
what
they
are you
dug
guys
that big of
doing?
a hole.
I know. Like,
Did
what
you
are
just
guys-
want to fill it back in with him in there?
Yeah. Well, anyway, so I have
Go
to go.
hop in the backhoe.
I gotta go. I come back. I pick up Charlotte from school. I get out, and Charlotte takes one look and knows instantly that I'm not in a good mood when
Oh,
she sees
boy.
them. So I get into the, and I think, well, I'm gonna have to say something to these guys because I have to.
When have
I
you ever
can't-
picked
Isn't
her up
this-
from school, by the way, in a good mood?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would like
true.
to discuss that.
Yeah, true.
Right.
Anyway, so
Is it the same guys? Same company?
I think I reckon. Well, it's the same company. Yes.
right.
they- They have their name is the same as a Canadian grocery store chain.
Galen Weston.
No, it's
Is
No,
that the new job
he's
he's going
out.
to?
No,
He's out.
No,
Yeah,
no,
right.
no. It sounds like Metro, but no, actually, it is Metro. Yeah, that is it. Okay, never mind. Anyway, they're out there doing. So apparently, this is fiber optic cable. I'm not exactly.
Well, that's what
sure
they said
it is.
last time. How
I
many
don't
times are
know.
they putting this in?
Well, this is the thing. So the last time I went out there and I was a little annoyed with them, they were like, "Well, we're having some issues." It's not, and I
Clearly.
clearly they're having issues. So now here they are again. So I back out I go. I don't know
boy.
why, because I like to antagonize myself. I have no idea why I would go out and
No,
talk to
you
these
like
people.
to antagonize other people.
It's your hobby now.
Maybe it is my hobby. I don't have anything else to do.
The
So I
only thing
said,
you're missing is
uh,
a shotgun.
Are you guys?
You
not
should
done-
run for your homeowners association.
That's right. I should.
Yeah, you should.
Are you not done yet? Like, why are you digging up my
Oh,
lawn?
you said
again?
that to them?
Yeah. What are you
Oh.
doing? Well, I don't know. We have some issues here, and I said, look, I feel like you guys don't really know what you're doing.
What gave that away?
Well, sorry, but I mean, after 5 or 6 times of taking up my lawn, I
Yes,
feel like you
That's
guys
fair.
really don't know what you're doing.
Yep.
And I don't think they appreciated that.
No.
Really?
But I didn't appreciate them taking up my lawn.
Well,
So,
fair.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we got
yeah.
into a whole one guy say to me, there was a lot of back and forth. There was a little bit of swearing. There
At
was-
each other? Oh my goodness.
No, I didn't. No, you don't
Oh,
swear.
you're just mad. Like, stop digging up my
Yes, that's it.
I
That's
see.
exactly how that works.
Okay.
Yeah, like how many more times?
Effing times are you gonna do this?
Yeah, you're gonna be
Yeah.
here. So,
Oh, please be on somebody's doorbell camera.
I really I was just
The
going to say,
only
I really
one.
wish that you videotaped yourself doing
No,
this.
the only one that would be on there would be, I think only on mine. Maybe if the guy across the street has one, you might see me.
Do you
Well, I
have
didn't
one?
I don't have one, no.
Okay.
But I'm planning on
Damn it.
putting one in just
Mm.
because it seems like fun.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
no, I have a corner lot, and so the one guy says, it's city property, don't you? I said, look, I understand that the city owns whatever the rule is, the outer
So many feet.
the outer area of your lawn
Mm.
or property, whatever you would like to call it. I said, but the city doesn't look after it. You understand that, don't you, guys? The city doesn't look after this. And I'm running out of time here. Pretty soon, I'm going to have to seed this. If you keep digging it up,
That will defeat the purpose.
yeah, I can't really grow any seed because it's going to get warmer soon.
Mhm.
And this one guy pipes up, he says you can grow grass any time of the year. I said, well, that's not necessarily true.
Mhm.
It grows better in the spring and the fall.
Right.
You can grow it in the summer. You just have to water it a lot. I know because he says I took horticulture, and I have a degree in horticulture, and I immediately said, then what are you doing digging up my lawn?
Yeah.
And,
That's my question.
you need to come back and
Why are you
fix
here?
it. Right?
Are you no, maybe he is the fixer.
I don't
And
know.
that's why they hired him.
So-
But it hasn't been fixed very well,
That's right.
which
And
is
then
why he's working for a digging up company
I don't
instead of
know.
a horticultural company.
I have no idea. And then
Uh-huh.
another guy pipes up. I said, this is like 6 times that you've dug,
Yeah,
it's
like
6
a
times.
lot.
And he goes, well, if somebody else owned the property, we still would have come here 6 times. So then I thought to myself,
I hope so. You're not just
Yes.
singling you out.
are you
Yeah.
singling? What is that supposed to mean?
Like you're not here out of spite.
Yes. And
I
how does-
hope.
and
Gee,
Yeah.
thanks.
how does that make me feel any better? Now I really don't like you
You're
guys.
so right.
Like
Oh my gosh. So I gather nothing was resolved.
and to my knowledge,
It
no,
only
I
got
don't,
worse, didn't
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
think anything's been resolved. There's
Mhm.
still so they left and the lawn looks terrible. Maybe
course.
we'll post pictures. I can take plenty.
Yeah.
But my problem is I would like to go out and start, I'll have to put some dirt down, and there's so many things that have to be done. But I
Mhm.
don't know whether they're I have no idea whether they're coming back.
Yeah,
And
like did they should tell you next time, like, because they will be back. I mean, it's been 6 times. The chances of them getting it right this time are slim.
Very slim, I think.
So I think they'll be back, and then that time you can say,
I think they're
when's the next appointment?
I feel like
Because
they're-
I need to know for fixing my lawn.
well, I feel like they're just going to come and dig up my lawn as long as they're in this neighborhood because they hate me. That's what I think.
Now you've made them more angry.
That's right.
By
just
swearing at
They're
them.
just going to keep coming back and digging.
How
So,
many other people do you think do that to them? Like, they probably get that all the time.
Now, listen, I'm sure that they do because they react like they get it all the time. And I don't,
Mhm.
and they're going to get it all the time. And it's
Right.
not fair to stick these guys, they should have someone representing the company should travel with them, right? Someone who can deflect
to
it.
answer questions.
Yes, exactly.
That's right. Yeah.
But I can tell you that one of my neighbors down the street that I know quite well, her next door neighbor, not her, but her next door neighbor, the minute they arrive at his place, he did it when the weather was freezing cold. He goes outside and stands there and watches the entire time.
Wow.
I don't do that.
No,
I-
like that's a confrontation.
That's hardcore.
That's uncomfortable.
That's hardcore.
You're not doing that yet.
Yeah.
I haven't,
Next time,
I haven't reached that
maybe the
stage.
8th time.
It
You
makes-
give 'em
Something
grace
you and the
period is
boo
the
hag
7th.
can bond over.
Yes. Yeah.
That ain't happening either. No. This is due to underwhelming demand. The podcast, well, actually, the Toronto Maple Leafs podcast, because we too haven't won a playoff series in 17 years. So
No.
That's a long, long time.
No, but we've made it to the finals a couple times.
Maybe 18 years. Maybe
Yeah.
18. Well, we'll have
Yeah.
we'll have to see how
Let's
that-
hope that streak continues. Not necessarily for us.
As the Sens fan.
Mhm.
By the way, this
Mhm.
podcast we have a brand new sponsor.
We do.
It's FORE Golf.
Oxford.
Yeah, for Oxford. For
Yes.
Oxford.
Woodstock's premier indoor golf and clubhouse.
That's right. We're going to tell you more about them in
Mhm.
just a few minutes, including a promo code. You can use that code
Yes,
and
why
save
wouldn't you?
money. That's coming up.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
So, Foreman, what's going on with you? You got some birthdays going on over there?
Oh, the
Yeah.
girls.
Harley's birthday is coming up. She is turning 10. Emily just turned 6.
Wow.
How's this for parenting and knowing what you're doing? Indoor playground, only 10 other kids, 10 a.m. to noon.
Yes.
Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah.
I like that. That works for me. Get in, get out.
Yep.
Get in, get out. 10 is a little high.
Yes, but get in, get out, only serve snacks and cake and do not have to serve lunch or dinner.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you
no,
don't have it
that's
over lunch or
smart.
dinner.
That's
You're
smart.
right.
Now,
Yeah.
on behalf of
That's good.
Now, did you just accept the kids and the parents went their own way and you had all these kids? As we
Some
just-
stayed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're gonna do some stayed. That like a 10 a.m. time doesn't work for me because if I'm gonna be anywhere near that many kids, I need to be able to,
Drink.
yes, and heavily. And heavily.
No,
I
no.
Do they have a bar at this place?
No. And not
No.
at 10 in the morning.
No, they wouldn't.
Well, what kind of province are you in? We open here at 9. Come
Right.
on.
Doug Ford's not here.
Can they serve at 9 here?
Yes, of
Yeah.
course.
I thought
He
that was
changed
only
that.
during the
He
World Cup or
changed it,
something.
yeah.
No,
Oh.
yeah.
No,
Well,
it's
and
perfectly fine.
compare that to the invitation that just came home for Emily. I think it's their siblings because it's celebrating someone in her class that Emily does play with. Her 6th birthday is coming up, and I
Mhm.
think it's her brother's 5th birthday. So they're having them both at another indoor play place on a Friday night from 7:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m.
Oh,
For children?
No. What
for
are you-
a 5-year-old and 6-year-old birthday
Oh
parties.
my, that's a nightmare waiting to happen. Everybody's overtired.
Whoa.
That's
Whoa.
bad timing. Bad.
Yeah, including most of the adults are overtired.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't
Like,
care about the
kids
kids.
that age are going to bed
do
at
not
7
ca-
o'clock.
I don't care about the kids.
I
I'm
know.
overtired. It's Friday night and I want to put my feet up.
Yeah.
Right?
And you think when you're the one hosting the party at these places, you think that, oh, well, they're supposed to take care of most of the things. No, you have to do everything for it. All the decorations are you. Right? The cake's you, the snacks are you, whatever you want to put on the table
Oh.
is you. Cutlery, cups, juice,
You
balloons.
have to bring all that?
What kind
Yes.
of what kind of play
Why
place?
are they hosting birthdays
What
if
was-
you have to bring all that?
It's
What
a
was-
room with chairs
What was the play
What?
place? Yeah, what was it?
plus the playground area.
What did you do? Just rent a
No,
room?
this place doesn't know what they're doing. They have to
No,
provide that stuff.
They know what they're doing because they provide nothing and yet still charge you as if they are providing.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
That's a very
Fair
good
enough.
point.
So it
That's
a
still turns
very
out to be a
good
pretty
point.
expensive birthday anyway.
Right.
And especially when you factor in the cake.
Oh, yes.
This cake was a large rectangular cake.
Okay.
Not as big as a Costco slab cake,
No.
Okay.
but similar. It's a Sobeys cake. And there's many Sobeys. Sobeys are more prolific around these parts
Right.
and better quality, more reasonably priced, competitive with other stores because they're pretty expensive in Ontario.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, and they have a great bakery department. You can customize a cake in any number of ways that you want for a birthday, and they can colors, shapes, flavors, whatever you want.
Okay.
There's
Good.
a Sobeys right up the street, and they're fantastic at it.
Perfect.
You remember maybe at Christmas time, and Jimmy Fallon even talked about it on his show, where there's Woody the talking Christmas tree at one of our malls here.
Oh
Woody?
yeah, the creepy looking one
It's like 3
Yes.
floors tall. It's super creepy.
with the big creepy face. And
The
it's like-
eyes barely work, and yeah,
I don't
They'll
think the
make a
eyes
cake.
should work at all. I
They
think
have-
it should just be stagnant.
very good icing artists at our Sobeys, and can make wonderful pictures of that and anything else you might want.
Oh, okay.
Right.
All
They're
right.
okay.
great at it.
Oh, tell me that's what the cake was of the tree.
Emily really wanted Paw Patrol,
Oh, okay.
Of
All right.
course.
and so that's
probably
what we went in
more
looking
appropriate.
for. But their obviously their real in-house artist was not available, and their machine that puts like pictures onto icing also wasn't working. So we had to go to a different Sobeys.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Bad idea.
Why?
Oh no.
Because it was like you Googled a picture of Paw Patrol, took a screenshot, pasted it into Word, printed that, and then put it crooked on top of the page, on top of the cake, called it a day.
Oh
That's
my
it.
gosh.
Didn't even put icing around the edges. It was a plain
really?
square.
That was
with a-
it. It was just
with
the
what
photo on the
looked
cake
like
with
a piece
no
of
ice.
paper. And then in like plain black font over the pictures of these dogs, it says "Happy Birthday, Emily," just like printed in Word.
Wow.
How do they print it in Word? Like
I don't. And
it's
then
not
you make-
edible. Is it edible paper?
I think
or
some like you
something?
print that and then make that into like edible, and you put it on
something
the,
edible.
Yeah, they didn't even put icing
So
around the
could-
edges.
Was
Actually, had
their
to like.
printer working? So that was the printer that was supposed to be
That's
working
all
at the
we
other one.
got. Like
I have to see a picture of this nightmare.
If you were to Google just Paw Patrol cake ideas,
Yeah.
and see all the wonderful ideas that are out there, that's
Yeah.
what we asked for.
Right.
That's
Like
not what you
literally
got.
anything that looks
Yeah.
half decent.
She had
Yeah.
to beg them to even put icing around the edges of the cake, which then
What?
just fell off twice, and in the like, it's the most slapped together cake.
Wow. Did Emily care? Did she notice how bad it was?
We were going to take it back the night before the party,
Oh.
and wanted to, have her help figure out what can we do to salvage a new cake. So showed her
Okay.
to go back to the store, and she loved it. She loved it.
Oh.
She started crying that we could not change the cake. We had to
Oh.
live with it.
Well,
which
there you go.
I mean, I don't really care about. It's in the pictures. I tried to avoid close-ups of it, but
Do the kid like the
I
cake
hope you have one of them
anyway?
because I want to see what it looks like.
yeah, I mean, the kid, she doesn't care. The last time we got an elaborate cake, by the way, was from Grandma's Oven in Elmer, which was a very elaborately
Mhm.
custom-made Peppa Pig cake. And when we
Mhm.
brought it out and sang happy birthday, all she did was bawl and cry. So,
Right. Well, because she was upset about being sung "Happy Birthday" to, right?
yes,
That
but
was
this
what-
one,
yeah.
she was happy with. She
Now-
loved
okay.
it. So,
No,
what
but-
are
Well,
you gonna do?
even if the cake looks disastrous, the kids love that it's just a cake for them. So I think it's very cute that she still liked it.
True.
And a lesson to all of you parents who spend, a lot of money on cakes.
Mm.
What are you doing?
I spend
What
lots.
are
I
you-
spend lots. Of
I
money
know
on
you
cakes.
do.
I know. I don't know why. I never had cakes like that. They didn't really have them when I was a kid. I like it, and it's they're good and
My
they're
mom-
delicious.
my mother used to-
typically.
My mother used to make our cakes and then try to get your name. She would try to do your name on top of it, but it never looked
Happy
that
birthday,
great.
David.
Never
yeah.
looked that great, but it tasted great.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true.
all that matters.
As long as it. Remember when they used to make the money cakes? My grandma used to do that,
Mhm.
and I think my mom did maybe once or twice. And they would put money in the cake,
Yes.
Oh,
and you
yeah,
would
yeah,
like
yeah.
see if you got a piece of a coin in your piece.
Yeah, I always used to
How
ask.
dangerous and dirty and disgusting is that?
I used
Why
dirty.
did we do that?
I don't know, but I always used to ask for bills. Why are we? Don't put coins in my cake. I want
Yeah.
10s, 20s,
Yeah,
50s if you
put a
could
5
afford
in
them.
there.
Yes,
Yeah.
That's right.
exactly.
I've
That's
talked
right.
Put
that
one hundy and then
Yeah.
see who gets it.
I've talked about that on the radio in Halifax. It's a Newfoundland thing to do the money cake, but they
Is
don't
it?
stop at money. It's a whole. They put all kinds of shit in these cakes.
What?
Tinfoil means something. A piece
What
of
if you
wood
eat that?
means something.
I
like
like
you can
that.
bite in, and you can give yourself a splinter biting into some
I love this idea.
scrap wood.
N-
Oh
n-
my gosh.
Now you got a birthday party. That's a party.
So all the kids have chipped a tooth or they got a
Yeah,
sliver
right.
in their tongue.
That's a party.
Explains a lot about Newfoundland.
Uh-huh,
At
uh-huh.
12 noon when your party's over, Forman, everybody's screaming.
And they
They're-
all go home.
They're off to emerge. I love it. What a great idea. What a great idea. This is due to underwhelming demand with Dave, Rachel, and Forman, the podcast that is brought to you by our brand new sponsor. I love this. FORE Oxford, Woodstock's premier indoor golf and clubhouse.
This is right up your alley, Dave, because
I
they've
know.
got 5 indoor golf simulators and they have 100 international courses on the simulators.
That's
They also
awesome.
have a practice range, junior courses. There's mini games for kids, so kids can go to the golf simulators as well. And you can take lessons there. They have an in-house professional golf instructor. They've got leagues and tournaments. This is an awesome thing for the winter especially, but also like spring now if you're just gearing up for the season.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't even have to be a member.
Practice.
No,
yeah, you can go practice.
You don't have to be a member. No.
It's open to everyone, and there's live music. They do trivia nights. They host lots of events all year long.
Mm-hmm.
So you can host your own party, your own corporate party, your own
that'd be cool.
6-year-old's birthday
You
party.
could have a birthday party.
You can do anything there. I'm telling you right now, like I have indoor golf to me is something I wish was around when I was younger, because what a great way to get your kids into golf if you want to get them into it, because it's an opportunity for them to learn, maybe get instruction, because they have people, they have teachers, they have pros that will teach you, will take a look at, even if you, are a little older and want more information, but to get kids started, what a great idea. It's so
actually, that's
easy.
That is a good idea.
It's so easy for them. It gives them a taste of what it's like to play golf, and then they can take that, and maybe once they learn how to do it, head out to the golf course and have a great time.
Yeah,
I just love the idea that you can do this indoors, that you can have fun doing it, that it's like a party. The whole family could go. You could do a birthday party there, Forman. What were you thinking?
You could do a family reunion there, Dave.
That's the truth.
And they're licensed, so there is booze at that one.
Yes.
Yeah, if you
now
do
we're
it
talking.
there.
All summer long, 20% off regular rates, so you can keep your
Ooh.
golf game in full swing.
Okay, that starts June 1st.
Mm-hmm.
But especially and exclusively just for you, we have a promo code for our listeners that FORE Oxford has given us. This will give you 10% off your tee time through till June 30th. So you got to use this before June 30th. The promo code is DUD Hearts 4 ! So due to underwhelming demand, DUD Hearts FORE ! And you get 10% off your tee time before June 30th. So you got to use it before then.
Don't be a dope.
Gives you a couple months though.
Don't be a dope and use that code.
Mhm.
Yeah, use it. Of course.
Code. Yes.
If you're going to go, you might as well use the code. Yeah, go try it out.
Just mention it in the clubhouse, like in person, or you put it in the notes of your online reservation when you're booking, which you can do at foreoxford.ca.
By the way, if you're wondering, they're on Dundas Street, 972 Dundas, Woodstock, Ontario. And I just think it's great. We're so happy to have them on.
I know you love indoor golf, Dave.
Indoor golf. Oh, I like outdoor golf, but indoor golf to me is something that is changing and evolving. And even when the weather is great outdoors, you could spend some time indoors learning, practicing, having fun, doing a little party. It's just a lot of fun. It just really is.
All right. So use the promo code DUD Hearts FORE for DUD Hearts 4 ! And you get 10% off your tee time.
Dud Hearts 4.
Do it.
Hearts 4.
Exclamation.
Do it. This is Due to Underwhelming Demand podcast that's sort of like a SpaceX rocket. We could explode at any time.
I don't want to explode.
We could just boom.
That's not my
A
goal.
lot of wasted money.
You should use that on the guys, digging up your lawn.
That's a good.
Yeah,
yes,
that's right.
I should do that. We're Dave, Rachel, and Forman.
We are. My daughter came home from school, and she has to go through something that I, as an elementary school student, dreaded every year, and that is track and field day. I dreaded track and field day every year. I know I've talked about this on the radio show.
You have, yeah.
That we had. And she actually, Julia is 9. She'll be 10 this year. And she's actually done okay with track and field day so far in the couple of years that she's done it.
Mhm.
Last year, she got a 6th place ribbon for something. I can't even remember what it was. But she got a ribbon, which is more than I can say for myself, because I never got a ribbon other than like a participant ribbon, which even as a child, is complete bullshit. So for everyone
like
complaining,
6th
let's
place.
not give kids participant trophies. The kids know it's bullshit anyway. Trust me. That's all I ever got. So have at it. If you want to give them away, whatever. Anyway, so she came home, and for this year, for some reason, I have to sign like a form that she's to saying she can participate in track and field day. I
Right.
don't really know. I don't remember signing this last year. It's like a safety waiver, basically, so
Sure.
that she can do it.
Yeah.
So she says to me, Mom, my teacher sent home this form and she said it's for track and field day. And I said, oh, okay. And she's like, but if you don't fill it out, I don't have to participate.
Oh.
Okay.
And I
So
said, oh, well, I thought that you were okay with track and field day because last year you even got a ribbon. And she was like, no, I really don't want to do it. I hate track and field day and I don't want to do it. And I was like, well, I don't think you recall that last year you actually got a ribbon. Like, you're not horrible at it. Anyway, she's telling me that she hates it. And so I said to her, you know, I
wonder where
really
she
hated
gets
it too.
that from. I don't know.
Oh yeah, my husband is like so sports, and he's living with 3 girls who could not give one shit about any of it.
Wow.
Like the poor guy. Anyway, so Julia's now telling me she hates it, and I said, you know, when I was a kid, I really hated it too, and I would dread it each year. So I get how you're feeling, and in fact, Mommy was so bad that I would place dead last in every single event every year, and I just by grade 7 or 8 was came to expect it. I knew that it was me and my friend actually who would place dead last, and one of us would be last and one of us would be second last in every event all the time, no matter how hard we tried. Then one year,
What a
my friend,
heartbreaking story.
it is because it's like it's humiliating, right? Because everybody else is doing literally everyone else is doing better than you.
Mhm.
Literally. And so
Did it-
one year my friend actually got sick and she was throwing up, so she got to go home on track and field day.
Uh-huh.
And I was so upset because now I'm the only one. I knew I was just going to be dead last for sure in every event, and I was you know, I couldn't commiserate with anyone about it. So I hated it. It was humiliating. I hated it. I don't know why people are made to do this. And then the teacher sends an email home saying, hey everyone, I sent you this form. Just so you know, this track and field day is part of the Ontario curriculum and kids are really encouraged to do it. So
Yes, of course.
I actually didn't know it was even an option not to do it. I thought they had to do it.
Yeah.
But now
Well,
I
they
have
should
this
have
form.
to do it. They should have to do it.
Yeah. So she wants to skip it. Should I let her skip it?
No. Here's the thing. After how many years did you go through this thing where you were dead last or shared dead last with your friend? How many years? Give me a rough estimate.
I don't know.
Ballpark
From
it for
grade
me.
2 to grade 8.
Okay.
So
At
6 years?
no point
6, 7 years?
did it occur to you to go, you know what? I need to get better at this. I need to spend, so that next year when track and field day comes around,
Mhm.
I'm going to be better. I'm not going to be last. I
Mhm.
hate being last. I want to be fifth. I want to be fourth. I want to be. At no point did it ever occur to you to go, maybe I'm no good at this because I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I need to
Mhm.
practice this.
You know the answer is no, right?
I know
Yeah, I
the
didn't-
answer is no.
I think I've thought, no, I never wanted to practice. I wasn't sporty. The only sport I ever played was baseball. And
Right.
so I thought, oh, baseball throw, I must be decent at that because I do play baseball. And at the time I did play baseball. Nope, still dead last. Everybody else could throw farther than me.
Okay.
But
then-
I am not athletic. I am whatever the opposite of athletic is, that is me.
Okay.
And that's my kids.
And again, I'm going to say this to you because this is something that you're not athletic. You can swim. You're a good swimmer.
Oh, I can swim. Yeah.
That's athletic. That's swimming.
guess.
Swimming is athletic, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to say this to you because you've said it to me, and I couldn't agree with you more when you say it. We're going to get kind of serious here, but when it comes to something that everybody should learn, what's the one thing that you think all kids should learn how to do?
Swim.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then when someone says things like, and we've had this because we talked about, everybody should learn how to swim, all of that stuff. And people, adults will say, well, I didn't learn how to swim because my parents said I hated the water.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yes.
All kids hate the water.
Well,
All kids.
not all of them.
Well,
but,
yeah, but no kid loves the water first.
right.
they
Well,
don't.
they're scared of it because
Yes,
they're not
They
competent.
don't like
yet.
it.
Yeah.
They don't want to do it. Some
Sure.
kids protest more than others.
Mhm.
Eventually, But what I'm suggesting to you is that the excuse that I was never good at, I'm not an athlete. I was never good at athletics. I think is a cop out. I'm sorry. I think it's a cop out.
It's not a cop out because
I think it is.
I
believe
would
it
try.
is.
But track and field is not something that you would practice at school unless you were on the track and field team.
Mhm.
And I wouldn't practice it. Swimming, that is not a great comparison because swimming is a life skill. It's a life-saving
But it's
skill.
athleticism. It takes athleticism to do it.
Well, when I say everybody should learn how to swim, I mean you need to learn how to not drown.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? You don't need to be an Olympic swimmer and swim laps, but you need to know how to not drown. And that is a skill. And that's something that you should learn as much as how to learn how to cross the street.
Mhm.
But I was not athletic, and
I don't believe that.
I didn't practice, and I didn't try.
I believe that you
Well,
don't.
I tried, but I didn't try and practice.
I believe you don't like athletic stuff. I believe
Right.
you don't like it.
And
I
you know
don't
why? Because
believe that you're
because I
not
was
athletic.
bad from the get-go, and everybody else was better than me. So then I just kind of was like, I'm bad at this. I'm not going to do it.
And learning to run really fast is not an essential life skill.
No,
at
it
all.
isn't. It's
No.
not really an essential
Yeah.
life
Or
skill.
high jump.
Yeah.
Who cares?
What you really missed out on was the correct strategy. The strategy I used every track and field day
Which is
was conveniently, coincidentally, hiding in the bushes when it came time for my race.
yeah, you can do that.
Oh, did I miss it? Oh, shoot. I guess I'll just sit here for the rest of the day and do nothing.
The only thing that's a good strategy. The only thing that
It
I will
worked
say,
really well.
and I actually, but you know what? They always friggin' round you up because I
I
went to
know.
a small country school and they'd be like, "Where's Rachel? We're
Every
waiting for
year.
her to start the race." And
They
I'd be
come
like,
looking
"Oh,
in all
fuck,
the usual
seriously."
hiding spots,
I
and you
know.
gotta get ahead of the teachers.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
That's a fun event in and of itself.
So okay,
Just
so
hide
we
in.
are making Julia do it because she'll have to
Of
do
course
it. The
you
one
better make her
thing,
do it.
the only thing the good thing that I take away from track and field day is that I learned how to fail. I learned how to fail. I learned how to kind of accept and take that humiliation and the feeling of dread and just kind of grinning and bearing it and getting through the day, right? Like grit your
Mhm.
teeth and let's go.
Otherwise,
That's
we
what I
wouldn't be
did
doing this
learn.
podcast.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, that's right. And it's
That is
given us
fact.
content and now you're welcome.
Yeah, well, there you go. That's true. This is Due to Underwhelming Demand, the podcast with Dave, Rachel, and Forman, brought to you by our new sponsor, FORE Oxford. That's FORE exclamation point mark Oxford. They are, of course, Woodstock's premier indoor golf and clubhouse on Dundas Street in beautiful Woodstock, Ontario. Don't
And
forget
if you're going to go there, use the promo code that
Yeah.
they've given us exclusively for you. This is exclusively
Don't
only
for-
for our listeners.
Don't forget the code.
It's DUD Hearts 4 exclamation point. DUD Hearts FORE exclamation point. You get 10% off your tea time before June 30th. So go before June 30th. That you still got a couple months
Yeah,
for
do
that.
it.
Either mention the code or just type it in when you book online.
Sounds good.
Okay, last episode we were talking about Forman finding the unicorn. Was that the last episode? What was the unicorn you found?
Someone who
a
liked,
person who actually watches NCIS. Talk to someone. She's only 27 years old and watches NCIS every day with her husband.
Okay. Well, boy, did we get reaction on that, Forman. I've got a couple emails and a message about it so far.
every time.
Okay, somebody says, "Hello, my friends, longtime listener. I'm excited you're all back together again. Your voices, laughter, and stories bring big smiles and most always belly laughs from myself. I've learned the hard way not to drink hot coffee while driving and listening to you guys." Thank you.
Wow.
This is from Kathy. Anyways, back to my email. She says, "Guys, I am the living anomaly you have been looking for. I watch Fire Country and Survivor.
No.
And most of all, Forman, I know what podcasts are."
Wow.
She says, "My husband encouraged us, insert eye roll, due to him being the only one that holds the remote, same Kathy, to watch due to leader character Bodie, played by Max Theriot, from his favorite show, SEAL Team. other actors. Oh, she goes through the actors in the show, and I don't even know who they are.
I don't
honestly.
know who that is either.
And the storyline. Anyway, she says it's also okay because I watched Survivor. We did stop watching Survivor for quite a while, but now I feel like they're pumping out 2 seasons per year. They've changed the format this season, and a lot of people are have tapped out due to medical reasons and being hurt. I also watched Law and Order SVU, the one with Mariska Hargitay.
Oh boy.
But I'm not as invested as my husband and daughter. I also watch trash TV like Love is Blind and RuPaul Anything. Big Brother Canada is on, and the United States version starts in July. So she used to watch Bachelor and everything that was on. Anyways, she says, thanks for coming back on. I know I'm not the only one who appreciates all of you putting in the work for us to have a laugh. Oh, and Dave, if the technician calls about the repair for your vacuum and starts with, ay, 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 I think we'll all die laughing for real.
Yeah,
Love you guys, from Kathy Simmons. Thank you, Kathy.
Thanks, Kathy. Yes. Ay, ay, ay.
That was a long email, but I love it. So she watches all of those things. Okay, we got another email from Bonnie who says, only this. I still watch Grey's and Survivor, as does my 20-year-old daughter, as well as all of the Chicago shows. Fire Country, I watched that too, and I thought that was Kane Brown. Great show, by the way.
Love how everyone is like very defensive
like,
about
yeah.
how they have to prove that they watched the show.
People love it.
Did you see the one from Cassie Joe?
No.
Cassie Joe along the same lines, Dave Rachel Forman. I can tell you someone who still watches Survivor. And yes, she is of a certain age. That she was utterly devastated when Forman was no longer with Dave and Rachel on BX, and Dave and Rachel leaving at the same time is possibly the final nail in that coffin. But she is also of a certain age that even though she absolutely adores you guys, and I have mentioned the podcast and described snippets multiple times and possibly sent her a link from Spotify, she actually hasn't listened to it yet that I'm aware of.
Oh, come on.
It's hard.
I'll keep trying. Anyway, she's definitely not giving up on Survivor, at least until they unceremoniously vote Jeff Probst off the island, at which point she's going to be PO'd all over again. She does exist.
That's the unicorn.
Wow.
Jeff better watch out and not pull a Chris Harrison, from The Bachelor. So,
no, I think he's good. After all this time, he should be.
You would think Chris Harrison.
Yeah, you would have.
Michelle sent us a Facebook message. You can reach us Facebook, Instagram, email. Our email is daverachelforman@gmail.com. So you can send us a message anytime. We love getting your messages.
Yes.
Michelle says, Forman, I just started watching Fire Country. And yes, I am that one person who has seen every episode of Survivor and Grey's Anatomy.
Wow. Every episode.
Everyone. Yeah.
Ooh.
We're watching Grey's now. Like, we always watch it on Thursdays. We didn't watch it for like a good 5 to 7 years, and now we're back into it.
Who's that? We and that
Jeremy puts it on.
67-year-old woman you're married
that
to?
I live with.
Yeah,
yes.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, as soon as the Leafs are out, you're gonna have lots of time for mini Grey's episodes. Yeah.
Oh no, when the Leafs are out, we're watching anything I want to watch on Netflix. And crave.
You're watching curling again.
Yeah.
You're back. Still on. Do you know that? There's always a curling tournament.
Blue Bloods will be on at your place as
soon
as that's all
also
over.
that.
You know that. You know that.